Last time in Fire Emblem.
Your voice. I remember you. Think you can defeat me? The man who taught you how to fight? What a fool. Come on, boy. Come try me.
Whoops.
Is that all there is? No charge? No resistance?
Daddy, no!
Daddy, yes!
This time in Fire Emblem. Alright, what's going on, everybody, and welcome back to Fire Emblem Path of Radiance. When we last left off, we had a fight with a group of Daein soldiers who were actually headed up by General Petrine. Took them out, and then the last thing that I think we saw from Chapter 7 was Grail kind of getting a sword run through his gut, which, I gotta say, that's not very good for your health. We're keeping the game in Rice. I'm willing to give it another shot. It didn't really fix anything last time around, but it definitely didn't make anything worse. And it's superstitious, and I don't care. So we're going to do it again. And with all that, which I say all that like it was a ton, but with that out of the way, we're going to pick back up with Chapter 8, Despair and Hope. What is this, Danganronpa? What's wrong, Ike? Done already? Come on, son, you'll never beat me with that attitude. Ha! Think you're as stubborn as your mule-headed father? And then he punches his son. 10 out of 10 parenting there, Grail. Ike, grow up big and strong. I believe you've got the makings of a great warrior. How come baby Ike doesn't get to say anything in that flashback? That's not fair. Oh, that's new. Father, this isn't a dream, is it? This is all real. Mist, the sun's going down and it's getting cold. Come on, let's go. Mist? Oh, Ike. Mist. Why? Why? I was at his side, but I couldn't save him. I'm sorry. It's so unreal. Dad's gone. He's gone, Ike. And I don't know what to do. Don't worry, I'm here. Brother, I'll lead the company in Father's stead, and I'll protect you all. You, the princess, everyone. I'll protect you, you'll see. No. Brother, Ike, no. Mist? I won't allow it. I can't lose you, don't you see? If you go, then I'll be all alone. I won't allow it. I'm not going anywhere, I promise you, Mist. Alright. Well, I did say it wasn't particularly good for your health to get rammed through with the sword. I guess that backs that up. So now Ike's in charge. You know, that very thing he was protesting, I don't know, 1 episode ago? Commander, Grail, why is this happening? Why is any of this happening? Why now? First Crimea, and now you. Ike. Oh, Ike, where's Mist? She's resting in her room. Reese and Rolf are with her. That's good. She needs to sleep. She's been through too much. We all have. You should rest too, Ike. I'll be alright. Grief won't bring my father back to life. I know I've been a burden on the both of you. Titania, Soren, I just need to thank you both for staying here with me. Not at all. There's no need. Don't trouble yourself. So, where is everyone? Ike, to tell the truth, yes? Boyd and I are back. How did it go? Can't believe it. They just left, and they didn't take one look back. Heartless scum, I'll never forgive them. Boyd? What's going on? Ike, are you alright? I'm fine. Tell me what's happened. Start talking. Well, it's... What I mean to say is, Shinon and Gatry have left us. Soren! What? There's nothing to hide, is there? They left? Both of them? Why did they... Oh, I see. Well, because of me, didn't they? Ike. Titania told us you were going to be the new commander. Shinon just about exploded. He and Gatry left not long ago. We went after them. We tried to talk things out, but it was a waste of time. We all knew that Ike was going to inherit command of the company, didn't we? It just happened sooner than we wanted. It was Grail's decision. Some of us aren't satisfied with that. There's no reason we should stop them from leaving. As far as losing fighting strength is concerned, we can solve that by adding some new members. How can you say that? For all the battles we've been through together, how can you say that? Forgive me, Ike. I wasn't able to stop any of this. It's not your fault, Titania. They did what they felt they had to do. They didn't want to lose their lives to an inexperienced commander. Ike, don't talk about yourself like that. I'm not saying that to gain anyone's pity. It's the truth. But even so, I have no intention of giving up command of this company. Ike? Then what will you... Going to follow my father's wishes. Going to assume command. If everyone will accept me, that's what I'd like to do. Of course. I had already made up my mind. That's what I was going to do all along. What, so now you want me to start calling you boss? Is that it? Well, I can do that. Boss it is. I'm in too. Reese. It's asleep. I know I missed most of the conversation, but I have a good idea of what you've been discussing. Commander Ike. Yes, it does have a nice ring to it. What about you, Soren? Ike. Not sure what help I could be to you. What place is there for me in a mercenary company anyway? You are so weird. I've always depended on you, haven't I? I need your tactical knowledge. I need your objectivity. You're not going to leave me, are you, Soren? Don't worry. I'll be here watching over you. Thank you. No, I'm not as experienced as most of you. I'm going to make some mistakes, but I'll try not to let you down. Well, you're going to have a lot to learn about being commander. I'm glad you're serious, because it's a lot of work. Tell me everything. First, you'll need to understand company expenditures. Then we'll talk about ensuring that everyone is properly outfitted. We can't forget that you need to gather good intelligence. Oh, and you'll want to know about everyone's abilities and relationships. Uh-huh. Earlier, I spoke with a merchant caravan that's taken refuge here in the castle. They fled Crimea at the same time we did. I told them who we are, and they asked if they could travel with us. I think they're worried about protection from Daein. In exchange, they've offered us a good rate on items and weapons. They'll also buy items and forge weapons for us. Uh-huh. They said that we could use their wagons to store our goods. That's one more worry off our minds. Uh-huh. So anyway, Titania. Yes? I know I said tell me everything, but this is too much. I can't keep up. Maybe I shouldn't learn everything in one sitting. Can you show me the ropes along the way? Is that alright? Oh. Yes, of course. Sorry, I got a bit carried away. I'll take over for now. Why don't you get some rest? I'm alright. You worry too much. Get some rest. That's an order. Wow, it's been like 2 minutes. I'll do my best to manage. Yes, Commander. Alright. I believe... Yes, it does. It opens up our first base of the game. So here we can manage who has what and that kind of thing in between chapters. So the first order of business is to put extra things in the convoy. By the way, we have a convoy now. I believe it says we can hold, yeah, we can hold 200 items as of now. What I'm going to try to do is put in everything that we don't need. As far as I know, having one vulnerary on everybody is enough. This might be something... I'll probably stick with it this time, since this is a lot more new to the game friendly than the Zelda series is. I'll stick through this for one round, and then I'll probably skip most of this in the future. So we've got our outfit. We'll come back to this in a second. We've got support. I'll also come back to this in a second, actually. First of all, let's go to info. So here we have a series of conversations. They're rated 1 to 3 stars. I think the only things that actually give us things are 3 stars, but that might be different. So let's go through this one first. Well, hello. You must be the young commander I've heard so much about. My, you are a young one, aren't you? You must be from the merchant caravan Titania told me about. The one that asked to travel with us? Yup, that's us. Must have been fate that brought us all here together. If you'll offer us protection, we'll supply you with the provisions you require, at a reasonable price, of course. What do you say? It's for the greater good of us all, wouldn't you agree? Well, it is a sound proposition. Yes, then we have an agreement. I'm the weapon merchant, Mustin. Sure, I'll be sure to stock the weapons you prefer. And I am Amy, a vendor of various goods. I have a wide variety of items for sale. I hope you'll stop by soon. The name's George. I buy things. Anything, really. If you got any weapons or items you don't need, bring them to me. And my name's Daniel. I'm a craftsman, specialized in made-to-order items. There's one last item to cover. If you'd like, we can also act as a storage warehouse of sorts, carrying your extra things. What do you think? That would be fantastic, especially considering I've already shoved about 20 things into the storage unit. We recently left our stronghold, and I was afraid we'd have to carry our goods ourselves. Happy to take you up on your offer. Very good. Well then, may our enterprise be profitable for us all. Yeah, so a bunch of things we already knew. Unknown. I hear someone. Is it coming from over here? Why? Grail, why? Why you? Why did you have to... Why? Nice exposition we got going on there. What's going on, Rolf? Oh, Ike. If you're wondering about Miss, she just fell asleep. Really? Sorry, I didn't mean to disturb you, Rolf. It's alright, I don't mind. It's getting late. You should get yourself to bed. I will, but... What is it? Miss is just fine. You're here, Ike, so she's fine. I mean, she's going to be just fine. Huh? That's all. Well, good night. Rolf, thank you. I think. Now we go down to Boyd. Hey, working already, Ike? If you need any help, just let me know. Boyd, how do you feel about this? About what? About me being the new commander. Before, you hated the idea, right? So, I want to know the truth. Will you really take orders from me? Well, I know what you can do and what you can't. I don't know if I want you in charge if things get really dangerous. But on the other hand, this is what Commander Grail wanted. He had faith in you, and I've got faith in him. Commander hired both Oscar and me. When our dad died, I was the only one to care for baby Rolf. I had no clue what I was supposed to do. Oscar received a discharge from his military service and came home, but life was hard. That's when Commander Grail found us. He gave us jobs, a place to sleep, food on our plates. He gave us our lives back. Boyd, you've worked off any debt that you may have owed him. You don't have any obligation to me. This isn't about obligations anymore. Commander Grail always said we were part of one big family, didn't he? I'll do anything to protect my family. That's why you can always count on me. I see. Anyway, that's all I wanted to say. But don't you ever try to hold us at arm's length. You got that? Don't worry about that. I'm gonna work you to the bone. Oh, really? I'll take whatever you can dish out. Try me. Character development is character development. Reese? Ike? What were you doing? I was praying. For my father? Yes, you see, the commander, he... Reese. I'm sorry. I know this must be so much harder on you. Forgive me. A long time ago, my father told me a story. It was about the dead. Said the more tears we shed, the more blessings they receive in the hereafter. I envy you, Reese. For some reason, I can't seem to cry at all. Reese, if you could, shed a tear for me, too. I'd be grateful. Ike, I would be honored. Okay. Thanks, Reese. Thanks for caring so much about my father. I found that to be a bit of a strange conversation, but that's the way it is sometimes. So now we circle back up to support. I think, I'm hoping I'm not wrong. If I am, this will be fun later. But I think we get, you can have conversations with up to 5 people, and then you can have different levels of support that provide slight boosts to stats when you're in a certain range of them. So we're going to have Ike talk to Oscar here. Hey, Oscar, can you spar with me for a sec? Wait, where are you going? Sorry, Ike, no time. I have to prepare the evening meal today. You? Where's Mist? Yeah, she's off practicing with her staff. It's been a while since I cooked. I hope I haven't lost my touch. I had one of your suppers in ages. Looking forward to it. Really? Yeah, of course. You're a great cook. Why do you ask? Well, I never knew that. Miss, Shinon, and Reese were the only ones who ever commented on the subtle spices and flavors that I use. I mean, my brothers are used to my cooking, and Soren hates everything. I think he'd stop eating if he could. Sure, Commander Grail, Titania, Gatry, and you ate everything on the plate, but I feel like you'd eat anything. Oscar, I didn't just shovel the food into my mouth. I enjoyed it. I really did. Remember the first day that Miss took over your cooking duties? Just thinking about it makes me ill. Even my father was having trouble choking it down. I think Miss is finally starting to get the hang of it. Just like your training to improve your swordsmanship, Mist is training to improve her culinary skills. You should give her more support. Hearing someone say delicious is the best encouragement a cook can get. I see. Then I'll make sure to say delicious from now on. Thanks. Alright. So these are also kind of filler conversations, but they have added benefits of support. That's really vague, isn't it? We're going to go down to skills now. So the way skills work, you can see some people have them equipped, some don't. I haven't talked too much about them, actually. Ike doesn't have anything. Titania has counter, which... Whoops. Yeah, so in certain instances, the enemy will receive half the damage it deals this unit. That means it's random chance. Soren has Adept, which is the only one I have talked about. On some occasions, he'll get to attack twice in one round, where he would normally only get to attack once. Boyd has Tempest, which doubles biorhythm effects, which is another thing I haven't talked much about specifically. So this chart here shows the biorhythm of a unit. Basically, they get slight boosts when it's at its peaks and slight pains when it's at its valleys. I don't know exactly what it affects. I think it's just hit rate, crit rate, and it might affect damage, but I don't think so. But basically, for Boyd, what his skill means is that these effects are doubled. So if your best biorhythm would normally give you plus 10 hit, he instead gets plus 20, but the opposite is true for his lowest point. So if at his lowest point he gets minus 10, if he has Tempest equipped, which he does, it would be minus 20 instead. So that's what that does. Mia has Vantage, which we've discussed. She gets to attack first. I did check that. Actually, I didn't check that. I shouldn't lie. But I did read a little bit about just skills in general. I didn't check that specifically, but I think it does actually apply to just all combat. I'm still going to be cautious with it just in case. And then the last one that we have here is Serenity, which is the opposite of Tempest, and that's on Grease. So instead of doubling biorhythm effects, it halves it. We also have Miracle, which will reduce any lethal blow to half damage, so you can still die. It doesn't prevent you from dying, but it makes it harder to die, basically. And then the last thing we have in here is bonus experience, of which we've built up a little over 1,000. If you look at this here, it actually is a pretty clean 1-to-1. You can go up to 100 XP at a time. You can always give a unit more than that. And it's not quite a clean 1-to-1, is it? Yeah, so you see right here, it skips from 1 to 2. So it's not quite a clean 1-to-1. The higher level you are, the less 1-to-1 it is, but it's pretty close. So we can use this. Now, this is another thing that I should probably look up and have it, and I don't have the means to at the moment. But I believe that this works the same way as it does in the sequel to this game, which is that if you level up using bonus experience, you will always level up 3 stats, unless you only have 2 available to increase. I'm gonna try to stay away from this until we start getting some stats capped, but that's how it works. So I'm actually gonna hold on to all of it for right now, but I was just observing that it was there. For outfit, we have to go to the shop specifically for each character. We get things here. We have 2,500 gold to start out. We get Ike and Iron Sword. Oh, we can just do this. That's fine. Okay. Let's see. Oscar needs a new lance, and I can get Titania and Iron Axe just for the sake of having it. I think it might be. Yeah, it's a good idea to get Boyd one as well. We can drop it in the convoy. We can get Oscar a lance. We can actually pick up a second hand axe as well, just for the convoy. And then the other thing that we need to go get... Ooh, okay, just kidding. We need to sell something first. Let's see. We can go ahead and sell... can sell this. That'll get us enough. Because the other thing that we need to pick up for now is another heal staff for Reese. So there's all of that. In the future, most of this is going to be done off screen. I'll probably do bonus experience on screen when I decide to use that, but everything else will be done as part of a cut. Or that in info, sorry. Everything else I'll do like a brief recap once I'm ready to go. But I wanted to show it off this time just to show functionality, and then we can also save from here. So we have an extra base slot. This was a relatively lengthy base, which is why in the future I'm going to cut it out. But like I said, I wanted to leave it in here, so I'm probably going to go through the story here and then the first turn. And then I'll split this for the first time as we start the next chapter. But we'll get to that in a moment. I didn't read that line. Titania, did you get enough rest? Enough as could be expected given everything that's going on, but now we've got some business to deal with. First, we need some new recruits. Oh, but our audience with King Gallia comes first. Any word from the palace? No, nothing yet. According to the Lagoose who brought our food, we should be receiving word sometime soon, but... Ike, I've got bad news. Look out the window. Oh. Hi there. So, what's going on? That's not what I think, is it? If I'm not imagining things, that's a squad of Daein soldiers. Why do they have to show up now? What gives? We're inside Gallia's borders, aren't we? Must be out of their minds to pursue us this far. Well, if they've come this far, I'm sure getting out of here alive was never one of their priorities. We're in trouble. They have us completely surrounded. We cannot escape. So many of them, so few of us. Doesn't look good, does it? Doesn't matter. We have to fight. Grail mercenaries, ready yourselves. Sir. I'll begin formulating a strategy immediately. Ike, brother. Mist, I want you and Rolf to go in the back and hide. But Ike, just do it now. Everything will be fine, but I need you to do this, alright? Alright, be careful. Ah, it's happening again. My medallion's glowing. Why is it doing that? Spooky. Oh wait, Halloween was yesterday, sorry. Mother, father, if you can hear me, please watch over Ike. Please. Will you protect him? Meanwhile, outside. God, they're already like in our fort too. That's mildly unfair. And it's raining. You know, just by the way. Alright, everyone, are you ready? Grail mercenaries, move out. So we've got another defense mission here, similar to what we did before. The difference is this time we can see, also, this unit has a name and is not the boss. Where's the boss? Down here. This unit has a name and is the boss. He's a knight. I'm addressing that just to point it out. That's all you need to know. We do not have the added benefit of as many ranged users this time around. So this is going to be a bit more complicated than normally. Let's see. So eventually we need to get up here, basically. And then have somebody hold down the fort here. And then have a couple people move this way. So what I'm thinking, Reese needs to kind of stay out of the way of everybody. I want to try to keep Titania out of the battle as much as possible just because she might soak up experience that would be better served elsewhere. But I also kind of feel like coming down right here and just dealing with all of these guys and then coming back to get out of the way would be helpful. So that's what I think we're going to do. Let's give this a shot. Let's go ahead and rock. So we've got to defend for 8 turns minimum. Let's start by putting Ike right there. Does Mia still have the Armor Slayer? She should. Yep. So you can put her here to deal with these guys. We need to keep her in mind because she's recruitable. Titania can come right here with the Iron Axe. I think a couple of these guys have ranged weapons, but not all of them, so that's fine. Can they come in through here? They can come in through here. I almost didn't see that. So we can put Boyd here with... Or actually, we can put him here with the hammer. That was a mistake. Hopefully that wasn't a really quick death. Let's start out with this and see what happens. So they're gonna swarm Titania first off. I'm also not gonna like say when I'm splitting the video, so I don't have to force my hand like I did last time into a really long second part. So when it splits, it splits. You'll know. I won't until I'm editing. Titania just kind of gets to go nuts here, though. I want to keep her away from the boss specifically, because if we can get somebody else down there, that would be some nice experience. But outside of that, really, just do as much as you can, you know? She actually does take a little bit of a hit now, and she's not doing as much damage. So this is the part where being a pre-promote starts kind of working against her a little bit. It could certainly be worse, it just could be a lot better. Obviously, she can still hold her own well enough to take out at least some of them. So in a perfect world, we'll actually be able to pretty much clear out this map. We'll see if it works out that way or not, but like I said, that would be in a perfect world. This is definitely not that. Boyd is going to get knocked around a little bit here if he can't dodge some of these well-timed. Because there's also these couple of bow users over here that are going to kind of foil some plans up. Forgot how fragile Oscar is. Nice. That's rare. Critical that wouldn't have even had a chance to kill. Boyd just doubled with a hammer. That's kind of nuts. He's not supposed to be able to do that. Not at this point in the game. And I think he's going to do it again here. Ow. Yeah, he's doubling people with the hammer. That's just unfair. But it is what it is. That guy has a longbow. These are inaccurate as all hell, but that doesn't make them any less annoying to fight. Because he just hit with that one. And this guy's gonna go for Oscar, which is a bit strange to me. Especially now that he's missed. Alright. And then they've got an army of mages coming down too. This archer's gonna shoot at Mia. He might be able to double, actually. I might have just gotten Mia killed. That would be an oops. Advantage. Ow. Okay. And that guy does not have a ranged weapon. Good. So he's going to go for Ike, who's not really going to be able to do much. So many criticals that just aren't doing anything so far. So we need to make sure we get to her. Soren can get a kill. I think it's a little bit odd that you can use fire magic in the rain. Because I kind of feel like the rain should counteract it, but semantics. Let's see. I'm trying to think of how I want to do this. so I can put the Armor Slayer on Ike. Actually, no, he has the Regal Sword. This is why we have the Regal Sword, for this situation exactly. We can pull Mia back. Let's see. What I want to do, and I don't know whether it's realistic or not, but what I want to do is have Boyd heal here and then take out this guy with the bow without threatening behind him. And I think that works out. The concern now is actually Oscar. But what I think I can do is I can take out this sword user to help Boyd out. And then just so I'm not putting myself at a highly unnecessary risk, which I've kind of already done, but not entirely, I can put Oscar back there. And now I have Titania take out one of the two Javelin guys, so that only one of these guys will survive to the next turn. And then I can have Titania help clean up on one of the two sides. So basically, I just need to survive this turn, and then we'll be fine for, I think, the rest of the chapter. So this guy is going to fire off a Javelin. It's not going to matter whether it hits or not, because even if it did, it only did like 1 damage. They're both going to retreat to the healer. Oh. Alright, that's good. That actually was kind of scary. Boyd is going to take a minor beating. Hopefully he can survive with a couple of misses. Of course not. I mean, I guess he can still get a couple of misses, but he's got like no resistance, and there's a couple of mages over here. That's what worries me. He does level up. The rice continues to pay off. This guy's gonna go for Reese. And that one hits. And then these mages are both gonna go for Boyd, who hopefully can survive. Yeah, oh yeah, he's fine. He is just fine. Because there's only one more guy that can hit him. So now the wild card is Ike, who might actually be in some trouble, because he's going to have a bow. I think Ike's going to have to dodge something as well. At least one something. Ooh. Oh no. Because now he gets hit from two sides, doesn't he? I should have pulled him back one more square. I'm okay with that.